I've been itching for a project to do, and I think I finally found one. Here in the May edition of QST, it's a simple Morse memory keyer. Now I do have a keyer, but it's pretty basic. Just has a speed pot and power on and off. This can be used with N1MM, so when I'm doing CW contests, I do have macros that I can press, and I don't have to use the paddles. What I'm looking with this keyer that I want to do, the memory keyer, is when Rare DX comes on, and if you're in the pileup for a long time, your hand starts getting kind of tired. So I figured this would be a cool little project to do, so when Rare DX does come on, all I have to do is just hit a couple buttons. Here is the bill of materials required. So, here are all the parts we need, direct from Mouser, along with the PCB board. One more thing I wanted to point out, the parts from Mouser came out to about $20, that is with shipping, and the PCB was $5 and $5 shipping. So for this whole project, you're looking at about $30. And voila, it's done. All right, in this stage of the game, it's time to choose which path you want to go down. Last thing we got to do is mount the Pico. However, there's going to be two choices here. One is it comes with these, when you order the parts off of the Mouser list, it'll come with these two 20-pin headers. And, I mean, it's pretty simple. They drop in like so. And then your Pico will just go through the little 20-pin holes. There you go. And you can solder all the pins up top, all the pins down below, and that's that. However, should this Pico fail at any time, then you're screwed. You got 40 pins to desolder, or you could just throw this whole thing out and start over again. So what I chose to do is I got these 20-pin female sockets that will go in like so. And then this will mount into there. So, like I said, if this Pico ever goes bad or I blow it up when I first put the power to it, I could just easily replace it. So, something for you to decide on what to do. I purchased these when I got the PCB board. It was part of the, it was one of the things you could buy on there. So I went ahead and just got them. And you might find them on Amazon, I don't know, but I just ordered them along with a PCB. Here is the completed PKM with the Pico on it. It's all soldered up. It actually wasn't that bad. So 2, 4, 6, 80 pins in total you got to solder. But you'll get a rhythm going and they go really quick, so it's not that bad. So now we're going to get this guy going. And the next step it says to do, as you can see on the Pico, there's a little USB here. So we plug the other end into our computer. It says to plug this in, and at the same time, hold down this boot set button. Here we go. All right, we made some progress. So it said if you're successful in it, Windows will open up a brand new drive, kind of like a virtual drive. And as you can see here, it's listed as my D drive, RPi RP2. So now we're going to drag the firmware into it. This .uf2 file, that's the firmware. I'm going to grab that and drop it in. And once I do, supposedly it'll reboot. So let's see if it does it. Copying. There he goes, rebooting. Check it out, we got a blinky green light. It said if you loaded the firmware in properly, it'll reboot and you'll get that blinky green light. So making progress. Next step, which was step 3, we got to install TerraTerm. I've used this program in the past, many years ago, to configure an APRS little node I had, so I'm kind of familiar with it, but it's been a long time since I used it. Anyways, go ahead and download that and install it. It's pretty quick. Once you do, what you're going to do is you'll come up here, you're going to click on Serial, and in your list here, it's going to be the last one, is what he says. Anyways, mine's COM6. That's what this device turned into. That's what the Pico turned into. So click that, OK, and boom, we are now connected. So final step now is we got to put his code on here, and that will hopefully get the memory key going. All right, we're in the home stretch. This is the final step here, loading the PMK software. So I went ahead and downloaded it already. It's just a text file is all it is. It's called this PMK 2.0, and it's just a very small text document. This is all it looks like. This is the code that the guy wrote that'll run it. So we need to get this onto the Pico. So what we're gonna do is go to the TerraTerm command prompt and type in xmodem receive. Let's see if I can copy and paste. There we go. All right, xmodem receive. Let's hit enter. Ah, I'm a moron. I accidentally fat fingered that. There we go. Let's try this. Okay. Then we're gonna go up to File, Transfer, xmodem, and Send. Now here we're gonna go to where our file's at. It's in our downloads, and this guy right here. Now this should send it to it, and we should be done, but let's keep our fingers crossed, see how this goes. Okay. All right, it said to save 30 bytes. All right, I guess that's it. Kind of went fast, but all right, let's see what happens. All right, I was pulling my hair out. I didn't get this one. This is the final step. Okay, so after we put in the new firmware, we got TerraTerm to talk to the actual Pico, and then we loaded the actual PMK software to it. After that, it's nothing. I couldn't figure it out. I had to go into the in-depth article to figure what we do next, and it's really simple. So once you get everything loaded in, you'll have a blank screen if you rebooted. All you do is hit F2, and there you go. This will kind of walk you through it and get you going. So I'm going to end the video here and get this thing programmed. I'm pretty sure this is straightforward. Everyone can do this. I guess I'll see you when everything's done, and we'll see how the memory keyer works. But F2, don't forget that. Well, the PMK keyer is programmed. However, it's not recognizing the Z, as in Z. I don't know. I've tried a couple times typing it in, and it keeps saying KC6BE. So, anyways, I tried the buttons out, and they're working. Of course, you didn't hear the Z. I don't know why it's cutting the Z out. This is like the speed keyer here. The report button, I thought it was going to do a 599, but it just does the same thing as message 2. So I don't know what this one does, but let's hit it and find out. Okay. Well, at least it's working. I don't know why it's cutting out the Z. As you can see here, when it said enter your call sign, I put KC6 ZedBee-E, and it comes up with KC6BE. For message 2, I put DE KC6 ZedBee-E, and it did the same thing. So I don't know why it's clipping out the Z. I have no idea why it's doing that. So something to figure out another time. But hey, it's working. All right, I think we got it. So I can never figure out the issue why it would not accept the Z in my call sign. No matter what, it kept spitting it out. It would just be BE, not ZedBee-E. So I thought to myself, why not try this in standalone mode, use the paddles to program the call sign in? And it worked. So this is in standalone mode here. What I wanted to mention real quick, there's a jumper here. It's a 2-pin header jumper. It's at J5. It wasn't mentioned where this 2-pin header went. If you got the bill of materials from Mauser, if you ordered the whole parts, there's a 2-pin header, and there's really no mention of where it goes. There's a vague description in the assembly instructions that says there's a 2-pin header that's going to be hard to put at J2, which is up here, and I would not put that. I would not put that there. That's a 12-volt connection there. So the 2-pin header goes in J5, and this handles how this works between either terminal or standalone. So right now we're in standalone, and that's with the jumper on. And I wanted to demonstrate just how easy this is to program. So if you are out in the field, and that's what standalone is designed for, it's really simple to do. So I have my little portable paddles hooked up, and we're going to type in my call. So we're going to hit this button here. It's basically the record button. This red LED is going to light up. We have a certain amount of time to enter what we want, and then we'll hit, in this case, we're going to do it for message 1. So here's how easy it is. I'm going to put my call sign only for message 1. So we hit the record. That pops up. And then so easy peasy. In message 2, we're just going to do a simple received 599, thank you. So here we go. Oop. There you go. So it works. So anyways, I did send an email off to Dave asking him why it was chopping the Z out of my call, and he did respond, and he asked me to go into his code and edit a certain line. It was a hex decimal, and it's had to left shift out and do a binary. I don't know. That's what I mean. I'm not good with this stuff. So anyways, I figured, hey, let's try it in standalone, and it works. So this is basically all I need right here. So message 1 works. And message 2. So there you have it. Hey, I'm happy. I got it going. That's all I want it for. So awesome, awesome, awesome. So that's a wrap on this. I hope if you're building one, you have good luck. If you have any questions, if I can help in any way, let me know. But anyways, see ya.